creative friends. I'm Shannon from Shannon's Studio. I think, oh man, my voice. I'm here to talk about creativity. This week particular, we're talking about Christmas and traditions and the spirit of Christmas and Swedish Christmases and that sort of thing. I was going to talk about music tonight, but I don't know that much about music here, and it's so interesting when you go into a lot of the stores and, hey Erica, you go into a lot of the stores, they play American music in a lot of places, food places, store places, and it's like the old school music. So that's just so interesting to me that they do that, but they do everywhere. And I was trying to think of the music I liked, and I couldn't really think of songs. So tell me Christmas songs that you like. Hello, Trisha and Ray Lynn, another star party, which kind of goes along with my thing tonight. So I went out shopping, and because Swedes have two things that you see in almost all the houses around here. Okay, one of the things is this the star. So it's like a paper star, and they have lights inside, and they decorate the paper stars all kinds of ways, different designs and everything else. So early December, I started seeing these stars, but I went to go buy them, and they were like super expensive. I mean, $20 for a paper star, and $15 and to $25 for a star. And I'm like, they're just paper stars, and that didn't even count the light that goes inside. So it was like I was dragging my feet. We don't have hardly any decorations, like that little tree and like little teeny bulbs, and that was it. But Joseph's happy with it, so I'm happy. But I wanted, to try to have a little bit of decoration. So I've been putting it off. Finally, they were half price, and so I bought some. And I came home and I put a few up. I haven't finished putting them up. But when I put them up and Alan came home, he goes, "Oh, we're finally Swedish now." Because everywhere you go, you see these stars in the windows. Everybody puts these stars everywhere in the windows. They are everywhere. Restaurants, stores, everywhere. And they also have these little, it reminds me of a menorah, but there's high rows. There's this candlestick, and it has different shapes, but it's basically a pyramid shape where there's candles that are lit, 5 to 8 that are in a diagonal like this, and those are in windows, not in everybody's windows like the paper stars, but they are in the windows enough that you recognize that it's a Swedish thing. So I read about it a little bit, and it's the Advent star, and it started in Germany with some kids at a boarding school. They started making these paper stars, and I think it's called the Moravian star. Yeah. Anyways, so the Germans were doing that, and people found it really good, and then a couple Swede guys did it, and they started making them, and it's really nice because they are collapsible, and they're really not expensive as far as the material needed, and then you can do all kinds of designs on them. And so then people started Swedes have an Advent where they would light a Christmas tree every Sunday. They would put candles on a Christmas tree, 7 for the days of the week. And every Sunday they would do that. And so they kind of transitioning, putting the candles in the windows to kind of welcome people. And that's just kind of all transitioned to that. Now they do the candle pyramid, and there's probably a proper name that they use for it, but I don't know it. And then the stars. And so, I think it started in about late 1800s, early 1900s. And Carrie. Hi, Carrie. I just saw the pop-up. So I just feel a little more Swedish today for having my little paper stars. And that is, and I was going to talk about music, and then I thought I don't know or have a lot of Christmas songs that I know. So I was going to ask you to tell me your favorite Christmas songs. I'm trying to think. I mean, there's a few standards, but I just forgotten what some of them are. I mean, I like the Forgotten Carols. I do really like that, but I know there's some more songs out there that are really good, and I know you guys will be able to come up with some good ones. So maybe I can, download them and start playing them more. I noticed that Joseph, we haven't taught him that many songs. Luckily, he's learning them at school, and then I realized we haven't been teaching him the singing of songs, and I think the kids learn them in school, but we don't sing them that often at home. And before, when I was younger, we used to sing all the time. Like in the car when we traveled, that's what we did. We sang songs. So I kind of feel a little bit like I'm lacking in, for my kids, that they didn't get the singing. We had music in the house with instrumentals, and there's a lot of instrumentals I like, but not the actual singing ones. And singing is so important. It moves people, even the most hard-hearted people. Music can move them to tears. And I even notice with me, like if I'm feeling kind of at church and I'm not quite in it, it's a little hard sometimes when it's not, when it's being translated. But when somebody sits down, and this happened last Sunday, one of the missionaries sat down and played a piano piece, and I just teared up. It was so beautiful. Tricia says Mary's Lullaby. Yes. Are you thinking the primary one too, or is there a different one? And so music can just move people. So I want to make sure we're going to do, music for Joseph. And I think I told you before, Joseph, during several months in the summer, since when we got here, he would have me come up every night and sing Silent Night to him. He just was something about that song really touched him. And he's been singing it on the way to school as we walk, and he's just been really having a delightful time with all the songs. So Nutricia says it came upon a midnight clear, and the primary one and the other one. Okay. Carrie says, I love when Joseph went to Bethlehem. Oh yeah, I do like that one too. And there's a star one in the primary one, I think, isn't there? So, I decided I'm going to get lots of Swedish stars. It's not, Swedish fish, Swedish stars, Swedish stars, and bring them home when we come home, and have that now as part of our decorating, and incorporate that little tradition in our home. And stars are gleaming, Tricia says. Yep, that's it. So yeah, that's another song. I guess maybe I just haven't been singing them because I've been out of primary and out of young women's programs where I would serve, and so I just haven't been singing that much lately. And so I just have forgotten the song. So I will continue to watch for your suggestions, and then also any other instrumental groups. I think there's I forget. I think I did have some CDs at home, but that doesn't help us here. So, yes. Okay, so say if you get some of these stars, you will be Swedish too. You become a Swede when you do that. So that is it for tonight. I have one more Christmas thing, I think, tomorrow. Tomorrow is Santa Lucia. And so I'm going to talk about that a little bit. Joseph has a little thing going on tomorrow, so I will be excited to report about that. And yeah. So remember, Rose says, if you just believe, oh yeah. Okay, you guys are going to do me good. I'm going to read through these, and I am going to be a little bit more inspired with music, because it really is wonderful. I'm going to get a little playlist and start playing the Christmas music. All right, remember, you have a creative heartbeat, so listen for it. And you guys are wonderful for helping me out. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.